What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders Awakened and my early access progression playthrough. Now, our goal, of course, was to make it to Ancient Mines Nightmare Hardcore Survival, and here we are for our first attempt. Now, our goal here is not to complete the map, but to make it to Wave 15. If we can make it to Wave 15, we're going to get that Nightmare quality rock pet, plus just lots and lots of upgrades laying on the ground versus what I have right now. Now, I didn't grind a lot in Insane mode, so my stats are not fantastic, but I think they are doable to get this done. So taking a look through, our Squire, of course, is all walls, so we're straight into Fortify at 515 fort. Our Huntress is going to be kind of split between Fortify and Power. The main thing I want here, I am going to be using explosive traps, so I do want some power in the mix, but I need these explosive traps to last a while. Now, they're going to burn fast, so I do have points into Fort, and in addition to that, I didn't put points into Rate. And you might say, well, you know, the trap is going to be so much more effective with more Rate, and that's true, but just for quality of life, I don't want to spend the entire map repairing these traps. So I didn't go into Rate, and I did go into Fort, and that's going to extend those traps out a bit. My Apprentice will be my main DPS builder here. We're at 386 power, 235 rate. I'd love to have more range. Fort I'm not really concerned about, but I would love for this range number to be higher. However, I just don't have the stats for it yet. And then the Monk. The Monk is going to be just doing Strength Drain Rs on this one, so we've got Power and Fort as our main requirements. I would love to have some more points into range here. Rate, I'm not concerned with at all. Mainly power, fort, and range on the Monk. So, jumping right on in. Now, as I mentioned, we want to get to wave number 15. But we've got to start off with baby steps. So, let's start off by just building one explosive trap and one gas trap at each lane. It's important to note the gas trap, you want the effective range of the gas trap, which is that outer circle, inside of the trigger range of the explosive trap. You don't want enemies to get stunned outside of the explosive trap. You want them to be stunned where they're going to be setting that trap off. We're going to do the same thing over here on this lane, and explosive trap as close as we can get it, and then gas trap right inside the trigger range. Now, we do want walls here as well. However, with our short range on our Apprentice, and we will have some Apprentice towers in the mix here, we want these walls just aggressively close to the spawn. I'm going to put them way, way up here. And the reason being is I just don't have range on my Apprentice for what I have in mind to really hit all of the enemies that could be built up on the walls. So, obviously, we're out of mana. Nothing else we can do other than manually kill the remainder, well, the remainder of the mobs, or this lane, for Wave 1 here. So let's just go ahead and slay them and get a little bit of upgrade mana and building mana into our arsenal here. Wave 1, of course. Won't be a challenge, really, with really no gear, to be honest. As long as you have a builder that has a weapon upgraded as if it were a DPS weapon, it's going to be GG for you here on Wave 1. You just have to go through the actions. Go through the motions. Waiting for the next round to come out. Where you at, little baddies? Oh, it looks like we've got a spider over there that potentially holding things up a bit. Let's go ahead and get these spiders out of the way. We got another one up here as well. Although the majority of the spiders do spawn in the middle of the map, and we're going to be using that to our advantage here throughout the run, there will be spiders that spawn midway up the lane where they will go and attack the walls. So you want to make sure there's something killing those walls, or killing the spiders at the walls, not the walls themselves. Rinse and repeat over here. Explosive trap. Gas trap inside explosive trap range, and then a spike blockade aggressively close to the spawn. Now we're going to focus heavily on Apprentice defenses, and we're going to be using Flame Bursts and 1 DST. Now with that in mind, we're going to want a Strength Drain R. A Strength Drain R is, besides stripping the elemental immunity that mobs can have, It's just a good thing to have anytime there's going to be ogres smacking on your walls. And this side of the map is the side that we're going to automate, and we're never going to come over to it, as we want to avoid traversing the map by any means, so we want to make sure this side can handle its own. Now, I don't have any more mana left. We're going to have to just go for it. Actually, we might have enough mana over on this side of the map to build it out. Oh yeah, there's some more sitting. So we should be able to at least complete that one lane, maybe. Are we going to have enough? It's debatable. I think we'll have enough to complete this one lane. What's going to complete this lane for us is we're going to put a DST back behind the rocks. Now, the DST will shoot through walls, so sure, of course it's going to shoot through these crystals. I'm just going to slap it back here anywhere and just point it at the lane. Now, in addition to that, we're going to go ahead and go with a Flame Burst Tower right up top here. Now, why, you ask, put them all the way over here? It comes back around to the spiders. Nightmare, particularly when you're first breaking into Nightmare, the challenge involved really is all about the spiders. So anything you can do to keep the spiders at bay is just going to be more beneficial to you. Now, our main killing area here is going to be right here on this platform, or alternatively on top of that platform right there. That's going to give us some area where we can avoid the spiders and hide from them, and stay safe on our hero and hide from them as well. Now, if you're on this platform, one thing you are going to be very, very careful about is the Jinn, as if the Jinn turn around and aggro to you and hit you, they're going to knock you off this platform. If you die, remember we're on hardcore mode. You're not going to respawn until the end of the wave. Now, that far lane is automated, so we don't really have to worry about that. But if you die before ogres come out on one of these two lanes over here, that is going to cause you a problem, and it's quite potentially going to be a wipe for you. So you want to make sure you are not dying. I hate to say it, but the best way to make sure you're not going to die is to play the most boring run you could possibly imagine and be ridiculously safe, and don't go huzzah and run around the map at all. It's just going to be a bad combination for you. So always get healed up whenever you have a moment. We only have 6 mobs left. It looks like they're spiders aggroing up on the core, and we're going to deal with that here. In this wave, we should be squared away. Let's go ahead and piss these spiders off and get them running up this way. And see if we can just kite them back, yeah, until their demise. Now that far lane is all complete. We know there's going to be a crap ton of spiders built up at the wall here. Let me grab this mana. And then let's deal with these spiders that are going to be grouped up at the core here, not a wall. So I'm going to go with an explosive trap right there. That's going to help me quite a bit about the spiders. And then I've got 32 DU left. So let's take a look at what we can do. We know we're going to be using Flame Burst Towers, so we want that Strength Drain RN. Let's do the same thing over here. And now you've got two choices, really. You can put defenses up top on that top platform. However, let's jump up there and take a look at it here. You're going to want to make sure you're very careful with where you place these, as if we put Flame Burst Towers, say, over on this corner, we're going to be good. If we put them on this corner, it's going to provide a target for the spiders' ranged attacks for any of those spiders that spawn on the ground below. So if you do build on this platform, make sure you hug this side of the platform to avoid any spider issues. Now, in addition to that, the reason we put that wall so close is we want to have flame burst coverage to the back side of that blockade on this side. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to place towers in both places. What I normally would do is put all 4 of those flame bursts right here on this platform, and then this would hit both lanes, and it would become my safe haven. What I mean by that is this is where I'm going to be kicking it through the entire wave and boosting these 2 towers. Now, obviously, since I'm going to be sitting here using overcharge on those towers, it would be better to have those other 2 towers here to get the overcharge buff as well. However, I am not going to sweat it. Now, what can I do with my remaining 2 DU? Not much. So what I'm going to do is just throw around a couple of apprentice walls just to potentially soak up any potential ogre snotball shots. If an ogre, give the ogre an additional target to throw at. An ogre might throw at it, they might not throw at it. We'll have to just wait and see. But we've got that DU, and of course by using all of the DU, we're going to earn just a little bit more XP per round. Now, the map is fully built here. The playstyle on this map for the first run is going to be boring. But like I said, it's going to be sitting here overcharging these two flame bursts and then just shooting into these two lanes. It's going to be boring, but it's going to be safe. And safety is our number one concern here. Since this is hardcore, we want to get that increased hardcore loot. However, we don't want to have to pay any massive death penalties to get it. So we're going to stay nice and safe out of the way, and we should be GG here for quite a few waves. So I'm going to skip on forward to a milestone wave where things get a little bit more difficult and see how we're progressing from there. And here we are in wave 10. As you see, things are getting sketchy. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned on whether or not I'm going to be able to make it to wave 15. However, still going for it. Now, one thing I have done so far is I have prioritized this side of the map. And this side of the map has been zero problem at all. So I think I need to share the love a little bit with the other side. So for this wave, I think over here, I'm going to throw down repairs. Now, one thing I have been doing is trying to avoid repairing at all costs and just upgrading things as they need it. However, prioritizing that side of the map has left me a little weak over here. And as you see, it's just a pure beatdown. Now, I'm still hoping to make it to wave 15. One thing, if I don't make it to wave 15, is look at my inventory. It's just full of upgrades. So I've got lots of loot coming here. I could find a mythical piece really at any point. Now, if I wanted to do one thing and upgrade one of these pieces I've found so far, it would be a weapon on my Apprentice. And the reason I say that is my problem right now is I have no DPS. So I'm just unable to burn through the ogres. They're providing quite the challenge here, and that's really where the bulk of this damage is coming from. So with very little DPS, I am going to throw as many upgrades as I can into these walls. I'm not going to go through and upgrade a weapon, although I do think it would help me and could potentially be the difference of whether or not I actually make it to wave 15. On the same note, I don't want to dump gold into something that I'm only going to use here just for a map or two and then end up throwing it away. And there's no doubt that there will be much better stuff to come further down the lane. Now, once again, as I mentioned, I played it very safe and sat right here and used overcharge to boost these two towers the whole time. I can't stress it enough that if you aggro a Jinn, get off this platform. Come over here. Because if a Jinn hits you and knocks you back, you're gonna die. And if you die prior to ogres dying on these two waves, it is almost guaranteed a wipe. Now on the other lane, we've got that DST, which is gonna burn the ogres quicker than the ogres will burn the wall. However, let's check out wave 10 and see what we can do here. Wow, a bunch more stuff went into inventory there. So basically, I'm just sitting here. I'm going to be very careful on the aggro. I'm not going to be the first thing to hit a Jinn as it comes out. And if I see it where a Jinn turns to me and it looks like it's aggroing to me, then I'm going to get off this platform pretty darn quick, because ogres are going to make our life miserable here. And they will smash through those walls if I'm not here to DPS them. So overcharge as the main priority, just spray into the lanes, and then, like, that Jinn made a funny move. So just because he made a funny move, I'm going to go ahead and get completely off that platform. And you see, I actually did take a shot from him. So if I would have stayed on that platform and that shot would have hit me, then this entire run would be GG here, as there's just no way I would survive any ogres that pop out this lane. I think I might go ahead and put a little bit of this mana I've got saved into those DSTs. Here's our first ogre. We've got one right here. If your wall does look like it's burning faster than the ogre is, which right now, if you look at my wall health, it is burning faster than the ogre. There's no doubt. Now, you don't want to get down there and repair the wall, although repairing the wall would be the answer. If you die, once again, it's just over. So what I'm going to do is try to aggro the ogre and get him away from the wall just for a minute, and that's going to buy me a little bit of time and allow these DSTs, or pardon me, allow these flame bursts to get the job done. So you see we kind of did a soft reset on the ogre there, and I'm going to just rinse and repeat and do that and just kind of kite him around here a little bit. What this does is it's just buying time for your walls. It's, you know, obviously you're manipulating the gameplay mechanics a little bit by kiting this ogre off like that and then getting out of his aggro range. But I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So let's see, the ogre is not quite dead yet. I think I can leave him alone now, though. I'm not really worried that he's going to smash through that wall now. And yeah, we'll just ignore him from this point here. Go back to Boosty Boy on the Flame Burst. And once again, I hate to keep saying it, but I just can't stress it enough. Be overly cautious. Do not stick your neck out there, because with low stats, you're going to have a high chance of losing if you die. Now, on the same note, it's just not worth it to not do it on hardcore if you have the ability to do it on hardcore. And the difference between hardcore and non-hardcore is just you dying. So as long as you can take that out of the equation and be super, super cautious about dying, that's going to allow you to get that 25% loot multiplier. And we see it was actually pretty much GG for Wave 10 here. So let's go ahead and push it forward and see if we can't make it to Wave 15. I'm really hoping so. I would love to get a rock pet here. And no mythicals on the map quite yet that I can see, but you can see there's legendaries just scattered around everywhere. So lots and lots of upgrades. If it was GG right now and this run was over, I will have so many upgrades from performing this run that there's no doubt the next time I did it with the upgrades that I've currently gotten already just by making it to Wave 11, there's just no doubt in my mind that not only would I be able to get a Nightmare quality rock, but I'd actually be able to clear the entire map with the upgrades I have. So let's jump on forward to a future point and hope we can get to that Wave 15. Alright, so sadly it looks like Wave 13 is gonna be it. It was just too much to handle. One conclusion I came to really quickly is there's just no way with the defense health I had that an explosive trap was gonna survive through killing off all these spiders, as the amount of spiders just goes up and up and up and up. And I got caught off guard a little bit by some crazy Delph action and ended up getting wrecked. And then now we see the ogre finally smashed through the wall and is making their way through. So kind of sucks. It made it to Wave 13. So close. Yet this is without a doubt the end. Boo. However, the amount of upgrades I just got for those 13 waves is so absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they're just completely covering the map. After every wave, I saw nothing but just an insane amount of up arrows throughout. Let's pop one out and head back to the tavern and take a look at the loot that we were able to acquire. Didn't get the goal. The goal, of course, was to get that rock pet. There's no doubt, though, I'm going to be able to continue on and get it on the next wave, or the next attempt. Now, we got, what, militia sets here. Let's take a look just at our main builder to see exactly what we could do with this one. Let's sort by item power. Wow, fortify, power, range, and rate, all 4 builder stats. Jeez, that is just a super nice upgrade. You see I've got 14 upgrades into the one I have, and still ended up coming out up on everything except the defense power, which I can make up pretty quick. So let me look at my stats before and after, actually. That's obviously our before. 388 power, 235 rate. Let's take a look and see what we can get to just off of that one run. All 4 builder stats there as well. So nice. Wow, look at them all. Just so many upgrades. In fact, every piece, I think. I still need a chest. And here we go. No power on that one. The power roll is so low. It's debatable whether or not I take it anyway. Not enough stats on these, but almost every armor piece replaced. Just off of that one fail run. So, taking a look at where we're at right now, that takes us up to 200 range. Nice jump on the range, 282 rate, 350 power, but remember I had upgrades into those other pieces, and I don't have upgrades into any of this stuff. Just dump in just a couple of million gold will bring my power level way up. Let's take a look at another one of the heroes. Let's go for, say, the monk. In the miner set, let's switch over to miner and check it all out. Jeez, serious upgrade action. Wow, what more can you say? Fortified power, range, and rate. All 4 stats are an upgrade. That piece, of course, wasn't upgraded, or didn't have any upgrades into it before. Jeez, just insanity the amount of upgrades I got from this one run here. So definitely a step in the right direction. That is what it's all about. Once you bust into Nightmare mode, it's all about the grind. So go in as far as you can through a survival map. Get your upgrades, throw them all on, spend a little bit of gold, then push that same map you just did even further until you can complete it. And then once you can complete Ancient Mines, I would probably suggest jumping right on into Promenade directly after that one. So that will do it for now, though. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. We got the full game launch on PC coming up on May 28th, which is not too far away. So I'm not really sure how many more videos I will do in this series on this account. This will probably be the end of it, as I do want to start fresh again after the full launch to get the full launch perspective of the game. So thank you once again, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.